This group brings together ordinary citizens from La Linea and Gibraltar acting as individuals and not representing any organisation or sector in particular. They've already held demonstrations on both sides of the border and are hoping to be given an opportunity to outline their concerns to the three governments with an interest in the problem: Gibraltar's, Spain's and Andalusia's. Today, they achieved arguably the easiest of the three objectives: getting around the table with the Chief Minister and the Deputy Chief Minister.
We had a very interesting exchange of views as to what is happening and how it can be fixed, and what the best way of highlighting these things to the European Commission and to the rest of the world may be. But I think it's up to them to announce what it is that they decide to do in that respect. The government is supportive of their aims, but we don't in any way control these groups. It's important that people understand that. These are totally independent groups. They may do things that the government supports. They may do things that the government does not support. And they may say things that we support, and in the main they do. And they may say things that we do not support. But that is the fact, that this is a citizens' action group that the government has great empathy with, or at least with its stated current aims, but it's totally independent of the government.
One of the things the government isn't sold on is the idea of a hunger strike as a means of highlighting the frontier restrictions.
Well, I think it's no secret that I have tried to dissuade them of that. I don't think that they should put their health at risk in any way, and that any actions that they take should be designed to highlight their concerns in a way that doesn't potentially create a health risk for them. Look, I think that a hunger strike is not something that is going to achieve anything that other methods of protesting are not going to achieve, and I've tried to persuade them from the point of view of the government of Gibraltar that they should look at those other methods of protesting and getting their message across, and not risk their health with protests of that sort.
It's still a possibility. Obviously, we understand that he's worried for anything happening in the fight of the cause of the frontier queues, but if it's necessary, we'll go ahead and do it. There are many things that need to be done before that, so that would be a sign that everything is getting very drastic and that has to be done.
Besides the group advocating a humanitarian frontier, there's also the Gibraltar-based group of concerned citizens and the cross-border group comprising trade unions and the business community. The more the merrier, or too many cooks spoil the broth, perhaps.
Well, I don't take the view that too many cooks spoil the broth in these issues. I know that some other politicians in Gibraltar's past have wanted to control everything themselves and have one message. But look, I'm very pluralistic. I think that there are different aspects to things. I think there is a human side to what is happening at the frontier. There is a commercial side to what is happening at the frontier. And there is a political side to what is happening at the frontier. And to a great extent, that represents the three groups that you've seen go to Brussels in the past month.
And if you'd like to know more about how the Brussels campaign is going, tune in to Viewpoint on Thursday night, when my guests will include Mr. Picardo and Dr. Garcia, as well as two members of the cross-border representative bodies group. Send in your questions or comments to viewpoint@gbc.gi.